Hello, friends. How are you? Welcome back to Learn to Blog Better Hangouts channel. We hope you're doing awesome. For those of you that are new here, maybe this is your first time to see one of our videos, or it's been a while, or you're like, who are these girls? I'm Crystal, and that, I did it right. That
Yay!
is my awesome business partner, Kelly.
Hey, guys. So we've both been blogging for over 15 years each. Really, it's like closer to 20. It's closer to 20 than 15. And in the middle of all those years, we've also been balancing pretty big families, six-figure businesses, side hustles, all the things. And we've learned a thing or two about what works and what doesn't.
And today we're going to talk about a burning question that we've been getting a lot. And we're seeing it, not only have people been asking us, but we're seeing it like making its rotations and rounds in our community. Are you ready? Drum roll.
Is Pinterest dead? Is Pinterest dead for bloggers?
Yeah, if you've been wondering whether Pinterest is still worth your time, we want you to stick around because we're going to break this down and we're going to myth bust it for you so that you know if this is the place where you need to be giving your attention right now in the blogging
world. So before we jump to any conclusions, let's set the record straight. Pinterest is not dead. Like, it is not dead at all. In fact, it's my best RPMs right now are coming from Pinterest traffic, but it is different. The platform that most of us got to know years ago, what is this Pinterest thing, right? It has evolved. It doesn't look the same, or it doesn't perform the same way that it used to. But there are still huge wins to be had if you understand how to play by Pinterest's new rules. Okay.
Right. So trust us, we've heard it all. We talk to a lot of people in this space. Not only are we consultants for some of the top bloggers, but we have conversations all the time here. And people keep saying Pinterest doesn't work anymore, or I pinned a bunch last month and my traffic still hasn't improved, or Pinterest is such a waste of time. Pinterest hates bloggers. Does any of this sound familiar? Drop a comment below if you felt that frustration or if you've heard someone say that, because we want you to know you're not alone. But we've got some stuff to share.
Real quick, before we go any further, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of our trainings. We have new ones on Is This Dead in the Blogging World, going live every Thursday, and we go live every single Tuesday. So make sure you hit that bell, right? Get notified and subscribe. So yeah, Pinterest. We were in the same boat, guys, not too terribly long ago. So here's what we're going to tackle today. First, what's changed about Pinterest? Because a lot has. Then we're going to share, like we're known for, our actionable task teaching method. We're going to share some actionable tips, so that you can optimize your Pinterest strategy this year and keep driving traffic to your blog. And spoiler alert, yes, you still can grow your audience on Pinterest. And let me tell you, sometimes you have to tell them how, because my 20-year-old was like, what? I said something about having 80,000, 90,000 followers on Pinterest, and my business partner, Crystal, having like 120,000 or something. She said, you can follow people on Pinterest? Yes, girl, let me show you. She's got her Pinterest boards and she didn't know you could follow. So we do have to tell them that is something new. We have to tell them how to follow us on Pinterest.
Yes. My mouse just died right in the middle of us doing this. I hate that, but thank goodness I have a laptop. So let's talk about what has changed about Pinterest. What is it? So Kelly, Pinterest used to be, do you remember when it was this magical traffic machine where you would go in and you would pin your content and poof, you would have tons of visitors. They would flood your site, your blog, right? We would pin to get people over to our blog. Do you remember that? I remember this. And this was like 2012. So 2011 is when I first started seeing Pinterest, or what is this traffic, world traffic. And then 2012, 2013, 2014, even 2015, it was like you could control this traffic.
Hundreds of thousands of visitors from Pinterest.
A month. Yeah.
Those were the days, right? Man, those were wonderful. But now Pinterest operates more like a search engine with a heavy focus on fresh content and user engagement. So we have to remember that it is a search engine. It is not a social platform, regardless of what they try to portray themselves as. They are a visual search engine.
Exactly. Pinterest algorithm prioritizes new pins, and it wants to see creators consistently sharing content that is visually engaging and adds value to the audience.
Nice.
So just like how Google wants a good user experience and they want to provide good things for their user, Pinterest wants to do the same thing. Long gone are the days when you could rely on repinning the same old images over and over and over again and get traffic. Actually, now that's very spammy and you could really pay a big price for doing that. So don't do that. Okay. Long gone are the days when we would pin 200 pins a day. I remember that time period when my Pinterest plan was pinning 200 pins every single day, pinning the same things over and over and over again. Wouldn't do that today, but
Right.
that's how things evolve over time, right?
But not only that, like Crystal said, we could really control the traffic. So now you might be noticing that there's less immediate traffic. And it's because Pinterest now plays a longer game. It's a search engine, right? It's playing the Google game. It wants users to stick around longer and build that deeper engagement over time. So I want you to think of it more as planting seeds.
Correct.
Instead of expecting instant results. So with the whole Google SEO game, you've probably, if you followed us at all, you've heard us say, you're working for next year. You're working for next year. More and more, Pinterest is the same. You're working for next year.
Yep. So true. All right. So here is your aha moment, because that's what we promised to give you. All right. We want you all to have that aha moment. We want you to know Pinterest is not dead. It is not dead. It has just evolved. This business, this industry has evolved, right?
All it does is evolve.
Exactly. It's ever changing. If you can master these changes, you can still use it to drive insane amounts of traffic to your blog, but also drive up your profits with your ad network. But the secret to success in 2025 is not pinning 200 times a day. You need a strategy that's going to work with the current way that Pinterest is operating, and not the one from 5 years ago, not the one from 2 years ago, and definitely not the one from 2011. Okay?
Right. You have to adapt.
You do.
You have to adapt in this space. You have to be consistently adapting in this space. And trust us, when you do, you're going to see results. Pinterest, like I said way earlier, is my highest performing ad RPMs is Pinterest traffic. Okay. It's still an incredible tool for connecting with your audience, especially if you leverage its strengths the right way. So now the actionable task that we promised. Here we go.
All right. Now that you know that Pinterest isn't going anywhere and it's still here, there was a period of time where we thought it was dying. We really did. Let's get practical about what you need to do. Kelli,
do you hear that?
I do.
It's like Grand Central Station over at my dad's today. That is me. That's my AI telling me that somebody's at my dad's front door. Y'all has been going off like every 10 minutes for like 3 hours. I don't know what's happening. I'm assuming he's going in and out.
We did a live this morning, and one of our tips was to get rid of digital distractions. And I'm like, Kelli, please turn that AI off. All right. So here are our top tips so that you can actually crush Pinterest this year. Are you ready? Tip 1, Kelli.
Numero uno, tip 1, create fresh pins consistently. This doesn't mean that you need a brand new blog post every single time, but you do need to create new, visually unique pins. I'm going to sneeze.
God bless you.
Excuse me. That didn't happen. For existing content. Use Canva templates, for example, to quickly design those fresh pins with different styles, but also make sure your description is different. Your words are different on the image, different style, different headline, different images. That might mean flipping it, rotating it, zooming it, cropping it, pushing, making it smaller, right? How can you play with the images that you already have to make them different?
That's right. You can take the same image and use it 20 different ways. Ask us how we do. So Pinterest wants to see these fresh visuals. That is really important to Pinterest. It's what keeps their platform engaging for their users. So here is a bonus tip. Test different designs to see what resonates most with your audience, because just because a certain layout works really well for Kelli and her audience doesn't mean that it's going to work for my audience. Okay. And you're not going to know even though you may be getting really nice results right now, you're not going to know how much more you could elevate those results if you're not in there testing and playing around and seeing what will perform even better and what doesn't perform at all. Because like Kelli said, your RPMs for Pinterest are probably one of your highest RPMs if you look at the data that you're ad network gives you. Okay. All right. Tip number 2, Kelli.
Tip 2, focus on keywords. Again, Pinterest is a search engine at heart, so treat it like one.
Yep.
Use keywords that your audience is searching for. Include them in your pin titles, in the description, even on the text on your image itself. This is how your content is getting discovered, okay?
Yes. And don't forget your boards. Keywords matter there too. I am in the process of updating my boards. So you need to update board names. You need to update these descriptions. Does it have a good cover on it? Does it reflect your niche? Does it reflect what your Pinterest account is about? Not just your blog, but your Pinterest account, okay? So that Pinterest knows how to categorize your content, because again, it wants the best user experience, and the best user experience is going to pair the user with the best content, and you're the content creator. So how are you making the most of that? All right, tip number 3, Kelli.
Number 3, engage with your Pinterest audience. Gone are the days when we would just pin it and forget it, when we would just set them to automatically go out. Now engagement matters more than ever. So you need to reply to any comments that you get. You need to follow other creators in your niche and pin valuable content from them, not just your own content, right? This is a curation site. You need to prove that you have the best content on your in your brand, whether that's your own or whether that's your quote unquote competition.
Yeah, your tribe even. Okay. All right, let's talk about tip number 4. Experiment with pin ideas. Have you done that?
With idea pins.
You're exactly right. We're going to say that again. Experiment with idea pins. These are Pinterest answers to stories. So you know how every platform, like Kelli and I were talking about this the other day. If I'm on Instagram or I'm on Facebook and I am looking at a reel, I usually refer to it as a TikTok, because like that has become the term. It's like Q-tip and cotton swab, right?
Google and search.
Every platform has their thing. And so Pinterest knows that it needs to be competitive with Instagram and TikTok and all the things. So they have these stories. They're awesome for showcasing your expertise and building your brand and drawing followers to your ecosystem, but also drawing that follower that wants to scroll. They want to scroll on things. Okay. Are you maximizing
learned behavior?
Exactly.
And here's a bonus tip. Check your analytics. Pinterest has great analytics. Pinterest has built-in tools to show you what's working. So keep an eye on which pins are performing the best and double down not just on the topic, but on the style. How can you recreate that style with some of your underperforming content?
All right, so let's talk about your key takeaways for today. Pinterest may have changed, but it's far from dead, guys. If you're willing to stay consistent, which you're going to learn no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're growing, whether it's your blog, your Pinterest, or fill in the blank, you have to be consistent. But you also need to be creating that fresh content, and you need to optimize for the platform's updated algorithm, which means what we talked about: updating boards, updating descriptions, making sure that you're using SEO. And when you do those things and you utilize the tools that they want you to use, like stories, you can see incredible results on this platform and make the most money possible with your ad network or with sales to your products or whatever it is. Okay.
Absolutely. And don't beat yourself up if your current Pinterest strategy isn't working. Adjust. Try again. You've got this.
You've got this. So before you go, we want to hear from you. Drop us a comment with the word Pinterest to tell us your biggest challenge or question that you currently have about Pinterest. Maybe you've been in this space for as long as we have, 17 and 19 years, almost 19 years. Maybe you're brand new to the space. Let us know, what is your biggest challenge? We read every single comment, and we are here to share tips that are actually going to help you out. And sometimes your comments are the things that encourage us to say, ooh, we need to dive deeper in a training on that, because clearly that's something that people need more help with. Okay.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, our brand new little channel. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss our next video. We've even got more strategies coming your way to help you grow your blog, boost your traffic, all of the things. Like Crystal said, we have been in this space. We have actually been training bloggers since like 2015, 2010. I don't know, a very long time.
2013.
A very long time. But we are brand new to YouTube with it. So help us out. And that way you don't miss anything.
Yes. All right, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We hope that we'll see you in the next one, and go binge watch some of our trainings here. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye for now. See you later.